Video number 6, welcome. Now, for the last few videos, I've described the idea of iteratively moving existing assets and processes over to a new delivery mechanism, a self-service support portal, and how this represents a golden opportunity to review and upgrade a lot of those things. I've mentioned the idea of developer experience and user experience in various places, and that's something I'd like to focus on specifically in this video. A self-service portal is, just at the end of the day, just a website like any other, and we all know what it's like to use a website as an end user. We want everything to be obvious and intuitive, and that's the idea behind designing for customer experience. Your portal must be organized in a way that lets your customers find the information they need quickly and easily. If they have to read a manual to use your portal, then it's dead on arrival. This is probably not something your team has done before, and so if you get stuck, please give us a call. My general advice, though, is to simply ask yourself whether you would understand how to use your portal if you had no background to it at all. Perhaps try to give it to a colleague from a completely different department and get their honest feedback. I'd also strongly advise challenging any preconceived ideas you might have about what might go into the portal in the first place. For example, we often hear people talk about wanting forums and a knowledge base on a portal purely because that's a mental link they've made from the past. But ask yourself, when was the last time you used a searchable knowledge base to answer a question you had? Google doesn't count here. Would improving the core documentation be a more efficient use of your time than building a separate knowledge base that must be maintained in parallel? And is your customer base actually active enough to support a forum? Do you have the manpower to moderate it? And would you really want your conversations to be visible to other customers anyway? And what about that long library of mixed PDF files you'll inevitably imagine having on your portal? The one that forces the user to sift through documents based on title alone. Could they be organized better to deliver the right document at the right moment in their workflow? And while I'm one of those people who always seems to dismiss the Tor pop-ups as soon as I see it, I certainly wouldn't object to following a multi-step process if it was clear what I was going to get at the end of it. You see, user experience is all about laying a series of breadcrumbs for users to follow to get a specific outcome. The better the crumb trail for them to follow, the easier it is for them to self-serve. Let's look at a simple example from our own portal demo all around API conformance. Here you see a clear indicator that the user should click a document to see their status. Based on the fact we know that this user has never conformed against this API before, they're invited to take the first step to complete their fixed session layer testing. Note that we're deliberately limiting their choices here. We aren't offering them a choice of conforming to absolutely everything. We've decided to get them to pass the basics first before advancing to something more complex later on. There's a clear call to action to start the process, and the conformance begins. They get information about what is being tested and their progress updates as they go. I'm just going to force past this conformance just to speed the demo up. You can see that the portal now understands that they've already passed the session layer and offers them a choice of either regression testing what they've done before or adding new functionality. As an end user, I can now select my own functionality and trigger my next conformance. So that's just a quick example of the type of interaction you should be aiming for from a developer experience perspective, guiding users to complete tasks relevant to them based on an understanding of what they need or what they want from you and where they are in the process. Do not throw everything at them. Other examples might include multi-step workflows to order network connections perhaps, or signing up for relevant reference data, or even signing up for a whole new trading service or product. User experience is really important discipline, but it's also a very big topic and possibly one you don't have much experience in. And if that's the case, I really would recommend learning from others or considering getting some external help. The message I want to leave you here with today, though, is that good portals are both intuitive and help customers achieve what they need. Static text on a page and a list of downloadable PDFs? Well, if you need to do that purely and to do it quickly and simply as a very first step, then okay, but you should be aiming to rapidly move on from that to something far more useful. Okay, so I've covered a lot in the videos up to this point. We know about the benefits, we know about the content. We've talked about it being an iterative process to move away from legacy processes towards a more automated future. It's time to start thinking about building the business case. And for that, we need to think first of all about in-house versus vendor builds. So that's what I'll cover in the next video. I'll see you then.